Hey guys, it is Jay to the Jumbuck here, and I am down in the underworld. So, for the minutes that I'm up in the overworld again, let's jump on into my latest and greatest game review, Hades.
Jumbuck, what are you doing out here? Get down into the underworld immediately.
Sorry.
Jumbuck!
The visuals in this game are not going to push the technical boundaries of what you think superior graphics are. The visuals are highly stylized, and that style floats my boat. If you're watching this review and you're not sure about the art style, then you're sure not me. I really like the visuals in this game, but as we know, I'm a sucker for stylized art. The art complements the rest of the game by keeping the dank undertones of what you would imagine would be happening in the underworld. As you progress through different levels of the underworld, although the colors change, the feeling stays the same. So, despite you being able to get through a few rooms and a few different levels, you know fine well that you've sure got a big battle ahead of you. And you can't help but feel like you're still trapped no matter how far you go. Although I am a massive fan of the art in this game, I hope that when we do get out of the underworld, if we ever have the strength to defy our big daddy Hades, that when we get out there, there's an explosion of color radiating from the bright sun. But sheesh! The characters, the gods, the villains, and in particular the bosses are all designed beautifully, and there is basically no problem with any of the visuals in this game. So without any further ado, sheep noise please. So what's the story? Well, you play as Zagreus, who is the son of Hades and a half mortal, half god. You're sick of being stuck in the underworld, but your daddy Hades wants to keep you right there. You gotta try to escape through the depths of hell and make it to the surface in order to find your mother. Sounds like a pretty easy concept, right? Wrong. There are so many different characters in this game that are interesting and full of subplots that you just can't stop stopping and talking and finding out what's happening between the different characters. Sometimes you want to know more about the gods, but most of the time you want to know more about the characters that you find in the underworld. Without spoiling too much, as a matter of fact, without spoiling anything, you're going to find that there are some stories between different characters that are affected by the amount of times that you interact with them and whoever else is involved with them. That's going to be probably more interesting than the main story itself, which is not to say that the main story is not interesting, because it is. It is just a testament to how good these subplots are in this game. The entire game is very well written, very well acted, and as I mentioned throughout this review, it works very well within itself. The plot's thick, the characters are complex, the subplots are as good as the main plots. Enough said, sheep noise me out of here. Guys, we're on to the sound now, and I just want to say, you are welcome. This gift of somebody else singing somebody else's song that I've given to you is worth the price that you paid to watch this video alone. The sound, the oh my godness of this oh my god so beautiful track. Listen to this. Man oh man, I walk around singing this stuff. I think I must know all the words off by heart by now. As a matter of fact, how about I do a duet with her? You guys ready for this? Excuse me. Excuse me, can you pipe down for a second? Ready? I'll count us in. 1, 2, 3. Alright, there go my vocal cords. Alright, so it's not just that song that's fantastic in this game. I have to tell you that all of the songs and all of the sounds and all of the people that talk in this game are fantastic. The script is amazing. The voice actors are perfect. I do not have a single bad thing to say about any aspect of the sound in this game. If perfection is a word in video game sounds, its word is Hades. And if the word is Hades, Supergiant should be behind it. In the game itself, you're going to have a lot of interaction with different and very interesting characters. Most of them are going to be the gods of Olympus.
Poseidon's an incomparable fool I'm ashamed to call my brother. He can shake the earth up there all he pleases. He is unwelcome here.
Every single god is varied and they all have their own attitude and persona. No two gods sound anything alike and they're all represented with a certain pizzazz or a panache. If the god of war is speaking to you, he sounds ferocious. If the god of wine is speaking to you, he sounds gluttonous. But it's not done cheaply. And what do I mean by that? So what I mean is, you don't have the god of war saying,
Oh my god, it's ready for war. I can't wait for more wine and love killing everybody immediately I'm undead.
and you don't have the god of wine saying, oh my goodness, I'm so gluttonous, feed me more glutton. No, they allude to the fact that that's who they are, but they don't present it to you on a plate so that you have to eat. They are gods after all, and they sure do act like it. The main character in this game is voiced perfectly. He is a direct opposite to what the rest of the gods sound like. He sounds very human, and being half human, it means that he sounds exactly how he should sound. And not just exactly how he should sound, he talks about the things that a human would probably talk about. And since we're about to start talking about what they talk about, it sounds like it's a good time to segue into gameplay. Sheep noise, please! Alright, so the gameplay in this game is something that I haven't experienced before, but I'm aware that there is a genre of games like this in which you die after you've gone as far as you can and you respawn again with a couple more power-ups, or at least saving towards those power-ups, and start again and get further and further each time until you reach the end if there is one. Or you don't. Maybe you just die and stay dead, I don't know. Depends how good you are, I suppose.
What do you know?
Finally, you're back. You won't get past me like you did last time. Though I would like to see you try.
The way that this game plays is that you start the game as weak as you are going to be. As you continue to play, you get various power-ups. Some of them are exclusive to when you're playing the game on that particular instance. Some of them stay with you forever. I think the real beauty of this game is no matter how many times you play, the game plays differently each and every time, and sometimes it doesn't even play the same on the same instance you're playing. So for example, there'll be a time when you go through and you're completely attack focused, and then you go the next time using the same weapon and you will be special focused. So what does that mean? The difference between an attack and a special is what the character does with the weapon. But believe me, each time you go through it's going to be different, and sometimes you're even going to be using your dash as your main offensive weapon. It is that varied. And having made reference to so many different things you're going to do with your own character, what else is going to change is how you interact with the enemies. When you get one particular power up, it's going to make certain enemies easy. But when you focus in a different way, it's going to make other enemies that were easy before hard, and the harder enemies easy. So you're basically in a catch-22 every single time you play. But that's okay. It's a matter of fact, it's better than okay. It's great. Every single time you go through, it is going to be different. Have I said that enough times yet? I'll never know. Variety within sameness is a new concept to me. The game changes and you have to as well. That's what makes the same thing different each and every time. Having said all that I've just said, and I do say a lot, I understand that, I haven't even talked about the boss fights yet. So the boss fights in this game are all varied and all excellent. I know you guys are getting sick of me saying that this is varied and great and excellent and the same but different. Oh, Smoochy Poochie, I love you, Moochie Moochie. But what can I do? They've nailed it again. The boss fights in this game are exciting and varied. You will learn the patterns after a while, and you will have a strategy that you will have to use to beat them, and they will become easier over time. However, as I've mentioned, you will play this game differently every time, so sometimes they'll be harder than other times, and sometimes you will just breeze through them. It's all part of the beauty. Smoochy Noochie beauty. One last sheep noise, please.
In progress. Hair? Why, you piece of trash. I'll show you progress.
Didn't I ask for a damn sheep noise? Holy moly, what the hell was that? I don't know if someone at Supergiant Games is following me around and taking notes on what I think is fun and what I like. But if there is that somebody, thank you for doing that. Because all of this time that you've taken to learn what I like and what I love has really paid off. Because basically every single time I play a Supergiant game, I absolutely love every aspect of it. I don't think it's very hard to see, guys, that when we go to the scoreboard, which is what we're going to do now, thank you, that this game scores very highly. As a matter of fact, I nearly gave it straight 10s. Probably the most crazy thing out of all of this is that the game's not even finished yet. So all of this time I've been playing the game, I've been playing an unfinished product. I cannot, in all good conscience, give this a 10 if it's not yet finished, and unfortunately, I will have to reduce it to 9.5 and remain a YouTube reviewer that doesn't have any straight 10s. I did not do this for my own sense of fake weird nerd pride.
The color of this pen is the color of this pen is the color of the pen that I hold in my hand is royal blue.
Anyway, guys, that's my review for Hades by Supergiant Games. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was somewhat entertaining, and I hope you take the time to like, subscribe, and comment. As usual, I will leave my Discord link below if you guys want to jump on into our chat and chatterbox away. Please do. See ya!
Oh, Jumbuck Games, man!